Hi, you're much welcome to your favorite Cryptos for You. Today's topic is Mastering Funding Rate Arbitrage in Crypto, a comprehensive guide. Understanding funding rates. Funding rates are periodic payments exchanged between long and short positions in perpetual swaps or futures contracts. This mechanism ensures that the contract price closely tracks the spot price of the underlying asset. Positive funding rates imply longs pay shorts, while negative rates indicate the opposite. Shorts pay longs. A common misconception is that funding rates are paid to the exchange. The reality is that these rates are paid from the user on one side of the trade to the user on the other side of that same trade. The dynamics of funding rates. Funding rates vary across different exchanges due to user behavior, liquidity, and market conditions. This variance creates opportunities for arbitrage, especially when a decentralized exchange, DEX, like Hyperliquid exhibits different funding rates compared to some centralized exchanges, CEXs, or even other DEXs. Hyperliquid, a prime platform for funding rate arbitrage. Hyperliquid, being a decentralized perpetual futures exchange, often offers higher returns for short positions since on-chain traders tend to be bullish crypto. The tendency of users to being long sets the stage for advantageous funding rate arbitrage plays. Strategies for funding rate arbitrage. Identifying opportunities. Regularly monitor funding rates on Hyperliquid and selected CEXs. To do this, you can monitor directly on the trading page in the token drop-down and then filtering by funding rates. Alternatively, you can also use the markets page to view all tokens and their current funding rates on Hyperliquid. This is that page. https://hyperliquid.xyz/markets/ To view historical data on funding rates, this can be done through the stats page here. https://stats.hyperliquid.xyz/. Below we can view ETH and BTC. Identifying what assets to arbitrage is what can bring you the best returns. While some assets might offer higher rates at any given time, this might just be a random spike in interest. Looking at the history can be quite telling. Furthermore, it is important to check open interest on the asset you selected. This will let you know with how much size you can execute your strategy without affecting the current rates you are aiming to capitalize on. Executing trades. Open a position on Hyperliquid on the assets whose rates you will be arbitraging. Simultaneously, open the opposite trade on a different exchange. If the other trade you're opening is a long, you can often simply buy the spot asset to capitalize on the rate discrepancy. Delta neutral approach. Market neutral. You're set to profit from the inter-exchange funding rate gap. It's not about predicting the market's direction. It's about exploiting differential funding rates. For instance, earning from your short on Hyperliquid, while potentially gaining from your long on the other exchange. The delta is your profit. Enhancing returns with money markets. Take your strategy to the next level by leveraging DeFi protocols like AAVE or Radiant. Deposit the spot holdings from one side of the strategy into the money market of your choice, earning additional interest on your holdings and boosting overall returns. Risk management. Monitoring funding rates. Regularly assess funding rates on both platforms and adjust positions accordingly. Setting stop loss and take profit levels. Mitigate risks by setting predetermined levels for stopping losses and taking profits to limit market exposure. Walk through example with ETH. 1. Preliminary research. Familiarize yourself with their interfaces, fee structures, and most importantly, understand how funding rates work on Hyperliquid. Here are the docs. https://hyperliquid.gitbook.io/hyperliquid-docs/trading/funding. 2. Monitoring funding rates. Regularly monitor funding rates on Hyperliquid and other selected exchanges where Ethereum perpetual swaps are available. Look for instances where Hyperliquid's short funding rate is significantly different than the long funding rate on other exchanges. Alternatively, simply focus on the shorting rate on Hyperliquid to build a spot Ethereum position. 3. Executing short position on Hyperliquid. Once logged on, navigate to the Ethereum perpetual swap market. Open a short position equivalent to the amount of Ethereum you are willing to leverage. Take note of the funding rate for shorts. This is the interest rate you will be receiving. Remember, funding on Hyperliquid is hourly, so you can multiply that number by 24 to get an idea of your daily returns. You can also hover over the number for a yearly APR. 4. Leveraging a money market. Simultaneously, deposit the equivalent amount of Ethereum you shorted on Hyperliquid to money market of your choice. Remember to check rates to see which one offers better returns. Average at the moment of writing looks like 1.6% on ED, but this can be boosted with incentives per chain. 5. Calculating profit. Regularly check the funding rate on Hyperliquid. You can see how much you have paid or been paid directly on your open position in the funding row. Subtract any costs, including trading fees and potential interest paid on the long position. 6. Managing risks. Set stop-loss orders on Hyperliquid to limit potential losses if the market moves too strongly against your short position. Keep an eye on the Ethereum market and funding rates to adjust positions accordingly. 7. Closing the position. When you decide to close the position, go to Hyperliquid, select Close Position in your Open Position tab. Withdraw Ethereum from the money market if needed. Remember, this walkthrough provides a general framework, and actual outcomes may vary based on market conditions. Regularly reassess and adjust your approach to optimize returns and manage risks effectively. Conclusion: mastering the art of funding rate arbitrage. Funding rate arbitrage is a nuanced yet potentially lucrative strategy that demands careful attention to detail, thorough research, and constant monitoring. Whether you're a small or large trader, understanding the dynamics of funding rates and utilizing platforms like Hyperliquid can unlock profitable opportunities in the dynamic crypto market. Exercise caution, master the subtleties, and may your strategies be consistently profitable. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate your support and feedback. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Until next time, be safe and keep smiling.